a poor little knockbackable unit. So now one of the Shadow Mages absorbed the other Shadow Mage to get life, which it can use to attack. But it got killed for Void Power. Like I said, Void Power very important. Another Night Guard there. Let's see if gonna take over the unit. Yes, it is. And so now gonna try to get away with that Night Guard because he can retake over units with that if he wants to. And now Commandos have the Unholy Power on them because the NinjaFlute went on red-black, obviously, or else he wouldn't have been able to play out all those dual color cards. And now really dealing damage, those Commandos against that one power well. And well, Night Guard took over the Unholy Commandos, and the Unholy Commandos really deal great damage against that Night Guard. So let's see what happens, especially because those do have quite good damage. So now Wind Hunter, but that Wind Hunter is so dead because of the Shadow Mage. Ooh, he's able, Ravage might save him. Yeah, Ravage is gonna save him. So let's see if he can get the Power Well NinjaFlute right there. Getting another Power Well would definitely decide this game in my opinion, because you cannot lose a specific quantity of Power Wells, or more than a specific quantity of Power Wells in one game. So by simply putting pressure on the enemy, I think NinjaFlute is just getting the advantage overall. So let's see what happens. Now now the dragon did die up there, and now there are Commandos. It's kind of funny because NinjaFlute sends out units and they come back to attack his base in the end. So yeah, that's a bit funny. But up there is a Bandit Stalker, really are dealing damage to those Power Wells, and Sloron really should think about keeping his Power Wells alive, because that is the most important thing for him at this point. So now with an eruption, that Power Well just fell. Let's see if the Shadow Mage did not deal damage there. I do not know why. And their Bandit Stalker really gonna try to deal damage to the monument, but wasn't all too successful. And I wouldn't have absorbed the Shadow Mage with a Shadow Mage, because that Shadow Mage was almost full life. You could have just moved a bit closer, would have healed up next to your monument, would have given you a free Shadow Mage. Anyhow, another Wind Hunter attacking a Shadow Mage that has one shot against the Wind Hunter, but the Wind Hunter dodged the shot if I'm not mistaken. Now Unholy Power, Ravage would be quite appropriate, or he will die. Let's see if Ravage can save. Yes, Ravage can save him. Ooh, but another Night Guard, so watch out. Wind Hunter tries to get... No, Wind Hunter gets killed by NinjaFlute, so he doesn't get taken over because he really doesn't want that unit against him. You just don't want a Wind Hunter against you because he can debuff. And that is actually a nice ability. Ooh, their Mine taken over. Mine deals damage, obviously. So now the Night Guard does kind of have like an invulnerability that he can attack, and even if he wanted to, that Night Guard probably could have retreated and gotten away. But there is a lava field, really dealt great damage. Let's see when the Night Guard I think can now use the swap ability if it wanted to, but it's dead. Yep, dead. And another lava field right there really deals great damage. Probably a nuclear lava field. So let's see what happens. Nightcrawler, one Nightcrawler died from his ability. Now another Nightcrawler with an ability on. You see that really deals damage, but that Nightcrawler is so gonna die. And the Commandos there that just got taken over are probably gonna go on the offensive. And Sloron really does have to repair his Power Wells and Monuments at this time. And now a Shrine of Greed. Just to get the Void Power, Sloron has 437 Void Power at this point, but NinjaFlute still has a huge Void Power advantage because he has 790. So if another unit dies, no, he used the spell, so he's already over 800 Void Power. Void Power very important. Now you see tier 2 monument, or actually the tier 1 monument, but since he's playing double black, it's also his tier 2 monument, is gone. That Power Well cannot be protected at this point, or almost can't. And that Scavenger, even though he's tier 1, he's got the wonderful small damage modifier he requires, and that's the end of the game. Really nice matchup. NinjaFlute played quite nicely. I can't say all too much for Sloron because he did kind of always use the same tactics. And the other thing I would like to address is, as you are aware, the new patch brought us the wonderful advantage of an editor, and we might be making tutorial videos, but you have to request them, and we need a specific quantity of requests before we do this because it requires us to work with fraps, and we really don't want to do this. But we will make, if there are enough requests, or especially if there are enough to like fill a 10-minute video or something. I don't know, we haven't quite figured out how to do it. But anyway, if you have a request, go into the BattleForge forum, go into the English section, in the general talk section. You can find our thread. It's a sticky thread, it's right on top mostly because people write a lot of stuff there. And just write to us what you'd like to know, like how to spawn units, or how to build walls, or how to make an ocean. I don't know. I think it's an easy editor to make tutorial videos for, so I'm sure that if there are not requests and if Silvanashi aids us, we will make some videos for you to explain how the whole game system, engine, tutorial thingy works. Sure. Any hoozle, this is TigerTank, signing out.